Good morning, my dear friends. I am Prashant Mahavani and I warmly welcome all of you to StudyIQ. I hope you all are doing good with this, dear friends. This is the picture challenge for you. You have to identify the person that you can see on your screen. With this, the last picture was of Mahinda Rajapaksa. He is a former president of Sri Lanka. And thank you very much for responding and providing your answers on regular basis, because your answers, your feedback, right, they work as a fuel for me. They motivate me, and trust me, these words are coming from the bottom of my heart, because we interact on a digital platform, so it is very important for us to connect, and the only connection that we can have is this one. With the help of your answers, you connect with me, and with this lectures I connect with you guys. So thank you very much. And our pen drive and tablet courses are available. To know more about it, check out StudyIQ.com. Now, the first item that we have is coming from Vice President, and you know that most of the time we do discuss things said by our Vice President, Shri M. Venkaiah Naidu, because the things that we get from him are very valuable items, and they help you a lot with your personality development, with your overall capacity building and things like that. Today, he talked about this this person called Shri K. Rosaiya, who was a former Chief Minister as well as former Governor of Tamil Nadu, and he was addressing this gathering of felicitating the former CM and Governor Shri K. Rosaiya. He talked about this important, he touched this important topic called this discipline, training and skill. He said that these three things are important for every profession, and now I will try to connect this dot with your studies as well as your interviews. The thing is discipline, right? You might have heard about this thing, and many of you would be practicing it on regular basis, but when you practice it consciously, you will find that your overall development, right, will go up. It is like a thing, you can say, discipline. The best example I can give you at present that is coming in my mind is this magnifying glass. When you place a magnifying glass in front of sun rays, what happens is that all this scattered sun rays, they become one, and they are focused to a point. And this is something that happens with your studies as well. When you are on a path of discipline, your focus will go on regular basis. We have limited energy, right? So we have to be very careful on which things we are spending our energy on. With this, he talked about training as well, and there I would like to throw some more light on this training and development. Training is basically method of doing a particular thing, but development is about your personal efforts, how much personal efforts you are. Once you are trained to do something, then it depends on your personal efforts, and the more personal efforts you put in anything, in any field, right, the more development you will have. So same thing applies with your studies as well. We discuss many important items on regular basis, but now it is up to you how much time you are spending thinking about it, or how much time you are spending regarding extra research and other things. And skilling, again, something similar. You can say with development, skilling, I can train you, you can be imparted some basic skills, but developing these skills is of course in personal domain. So of course your work environment matters as well, the people around you matters as well, and I will leave it on you guys to think more about these three words. With this, dear friends, he also talked about Shri Rosaiya, and he talked about his dedication and commitment. He said that his dedication and commitment, these two things of Shri Rosaiya, has always inspired other budding politicians. And he talked about this public life, people in public life, representatives of people, how they should carry themselves, how they should behave. Right, of course their behavior should be responsible. They should act as a role models for others as well. Many a time, sadly, we find many incidents, right? Recent one that I can think of right now is this Air India incident. how one member of parliament used physical force and abusive language against someone. So this is something that is not right. And what happens is that youngsters, the generation that is looking up at you, they will pick these things up, and this will create a very bad or vicious cycle in our country. With this, dear friends, regarding this commitment and dedication, observe people around you. I will request all of you to do observe people around you. It could be your friends, your family members, your relatives, your neighbors, anyone, or maybe someone online or someone you know, etc. Right? Film stars. There are many people are there around us from whom we can learn a lot. Right? There are many people who are very good in time management. Someone is good with their etiquettes and other things. And when you observe them, when you start observing them, when you keep your eyes and ears open, naturally you will learn many things. This is something, when I am saying observe, right, to people around you, I must tell you that this is how our mind is designed. We pick up on negative things, or it is very easy to find or to look for negative things in other people. But here I will request you to observe the good qualities and try to implement. If you have observed something good in someone else, from your friend, say for example, then try to find out how that person is managing his time, or what are the formulas that particular person is following when it comes to time management, and try to implement those things with you. And you can have your own customization. And as we are talking about personality development and other things, these things are, as I told you, help you a lot with your interview. So this bits and pieces, the small changes, incremental changes on regular basis will take you up high in the sky. With this, dear friends, we talked about this frequent disruptions that are taking place in parliament and state legislature, which is not good at all, because imagine the money that we spend, the money of people. The other thing is waste of energy, waste of time, of course. And eventually what happens is that when we see this disruptive trend going on and on, it basically weakens the whole system, and then people will start losing the trust in democracy. The other thing is that 3Ds are very important for our parliament or for our democracies. When I say 3Ds, the first one is debate, the second one is discussion, and the third one is dissent. We can dissent, we can have contrary views, but that does not mean that we create disruption in the parliament, particularly in the temples of our democracy. He talked about this literacy, hunger and discrimination as well, and he said that it is the responsibility of leadership. And here I would like to add one more thing, that when he's saying leadership, I believe is not just talking about the government in power. All MLAs, right, all MPs, they are MPs and MLAs because people have elected them. So it is responsibility of each and every MP and MLA to fulfill the demand and needs of the people of our country. The other thing is that he was present during this 4th South Asian Insurance Regulatory Meet, an international insurance conference, and during this occasion he said that the focus of insurance companies should be on unfair trade practices that are going on. And he talked about this availability of products at an affordable prices, because the thing is that if getting insurance cover is an expensive affair, then we know that people in our country, we have millions and millions of people who are poor, so they will never get this insurance protection or safety net of insurance if things are out of their reach or if they are too expensive. So insurance companies, they should think about it. They have a very huge market here in our country, and even if they reduce their price, and if they develop this mass production or mass you can say, more providing your services to more people, so in this way as well you can earn enough profit. So this is a hint provided by our Vice President. Apart from that, he talked about current and future challenges, and this is one of the most interesting part of today's discussion of our Vice President. He talked about this major challenges faced by SAARC countries, right? Think about this. At present we are a very young nation, but After a couple of decades, most of our population will be elderly population, isn't it? After 3 decades, after 4 decades, maybe after 2 decades, there will be millions and millions of our youngsters at present. They will enter into this elderly people category, and for that we need to build the safety nets of insurance and health services and other things. We have to start the work right now. The other thing is frequent occurrences of natural calamities taking place in SAARC countries, earthquakes, tsunamis, and there are other things as well. So we have to focus on these items, and he talked about this lack of uniform medical care. This is something that insurance companies, right, they can play a very important role here. So I hope these things are clear. And a bit more about insurance company. He said that increase the penetration in the country to help aging population. He talked about this quality healthcare cover for all, and insurance companies should try to cover oppressed and suppressed sections of our society. He talked about some new challenges, cyber security and cyber liability. We know these criminal activities are going up. At present, the ratio or the rate is going up, and the severity is also going up. They are stealing information and money of organizations and individuals, and these new challenges can be addressed by young blood with fresh thinking, you can say out of box thinking, and we cannot rely on old solutions for new challenges. We need new solutions for new challenges. So this is a very important thing. And with this, dear friends, Home Ministry, beg your pardon, Ministry of Minority Affairs here. This is a mistake from my side. I beg your pardon for it. It is about Home Ministry, and Rajnath Singh interacted with he was here present during a Hunar Haat festival going on, and this Hunar Haat is about handicraft development with dignity is the theme of 2018. Now we know that if we travel in different parts of our country, we find that every region of our country is full of people who have such handicraft challenge. We have millions and millions of master artisans in our country. And he also said that it's not just with your hands that you produce this quality material, right? Handicraft products. You need your heart and mind in it. Only then you can have or create these artistic products that we find in different parts of our country. He has very well explained this hunar as well. H for haathon se banaya, U for ummeedon se sajaya, N for nafasat se tarasa, and A for acha munafa, R for Rojgar mein izafa. So very good way of explaining this hunar, and I have an idea that I would like to share with you guys. We know the biggest problem that we face with our handicrafts is that they don't have a platform for their products. They produce good quality handmade products, and we know that they are in great demand in foreign countries. And the sad thing is that most of us are not aware about the things that are produced in our local area. So schools, say for example, schools and colleges, right? You have different projects going on in schools and colleges. So these projects by these institutions can be assigned, or their assignment, or this project work, field work, or whatever you can call it. They should have this theme of handicraft. They should do a bit of research on this handicraft thing, and the discussions should take place in the class and on online platform as well. And in this way, right, youngsters will come to know about things going on around them, handicraft material and artists and other things available in their local area. And of course this will boost their general awareness, general knowledge, as well as in the future, right, they will buy more things, and this will be a win-win situation for everyone. The other thing is that youngsters can take a lead as well in, say for example, if you find, I'm just giving you one example, that say for example, if you find something, Hunar Haat or handicraft festival is going on in your city or town, then you can visit that place and get some pictures in your phone, and then you can upload and share it on your platform. And in this way, other people will come to know more about it. And this is a social service that we all can do. At the end of the day, this will help us in eradicating poverty and it will create livelihood opportunities for many people, and you will of course feel very good about it as well when you will help someone unconditionally. With this, Prime Minister Modi was in Dubai for this World Government Summit, and talking on this particular summit, he said that he talked about technology. He stressed on making technology a means of development and not of destruction. We know this terrorism is going on, and they use online platform. Then we know radicalization and fake news, right? You don't know the negative impact of this fake news, right? They can create social turmoils. They can result in dropping down of these share prices. This may cause millions and millions of millions of rupees worth of loss for individuals as well as organizations. Then we know this cyberspace is used for radicalization, and people are using it for hacking and other things as well, spreading pornographic material and disturbing the peace of mind. And there are so many things going on this cyber platform, and it is the duty of every one of us, particularly the government of different countries. They should collaborate with each other, agencies and departments. They should work as a team, because say for example, if you find a solution in India regarding protecting our cyberspace, then this is not just going to be beneficial for our country, it will be beneficial for the whole world. And today we are living in an interconnected, interlinked, interdependent world, right? So solutions as well, either we swim together or we sink together. Simple is that. And the more we work on this thing, if we can find some solution, then it is going to be better for the whole world. So we all, when I say we, I mean to say government as well as individuals, right? The stakeholders should keep our eyes and ears open for these challenges, and we should try to find some solutions for these items too. With this, dear friends, let me zoom it up a little bit for you guys here. This is UAE, and as you will observe that most of their bigger cities are not that far from each other, and the reason is geography, because you can see here this is more sort of empty quarter. It is more desert here, and you can also see some important items. Persian Gulf is here, Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman, important countries like Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Qatar, Bahrain. On the other side of water you have Iran. So please do spend some quality time behind this map. After this map, and you find the Tropic of Cancer as well is passing from this country UAE. With this, dear friends, addressing diaspora, Indian diaspora, he said that this global benchmark, this world ranking, or you can say this ease of doing business rank given to us by this World Bank. At present we are at rank 100. Earlier on we used to be 142, then we reached 131, 130, and this year 2017 in fact we got 100. So hopefully next year we are trying our level best to be under 50, and this is what Prime Minister has said as well. He said that we are not satisfied with the ranks that we are getting. Of course these ranks are good. It is showing itself that if we are heading towards or we are on a path of or on a developmental path, but still we need to pace up, and we want to see ourselves in the top, you can say top countries in the world. So things are going on, no doubt. And he also talked about this Gulf cooperation and countries. He'd say that countries of Gulf region and India can work together, and we can all the dreams that our youngsters have, we can turn them into reality. This first Hindu temple is basically, this foundation stone was laid, and this is a good thing. This is about fragrance of India spreading in Gulf region as well. All these stereotypes associated with this UAE and other Gulf countries stands wrong, right? They have, the people of UAE and the government have very well embraced this idea of openness, and hats off to the people and the government of UAE. We work in different spheres, no doubt, and this meeting will increase our relationship, it will strengthen our relationships, and this is your answers here. These are your questions, and I will see you all soon. Enjoy your studies. Jai Hind.